Welcome back, everyone, to our Golden 20s. My name is Teagan, and I'm joined with Sadie, and we are here this week to talk all about our goals, how September went for us, what we're sort of setting our goals as for October, and then our autumn bucket list, because it is now officially fall.
Yeah.
And we did something similar for the summer, and it was a fun episode. And it's fun to just like have a light-hearted episode every once in a while and just come up with plans, I think.
Totally. And we are big fall gals, so we're just using this as an excuse to talk about fall. Let's be honest. I feel like it's just every time a new season comes, we just feel so ready for it. Like I remember recording the summer bucket list one, being like, oh, thank goodness it's summer. And now we're like, oh, thank goodness it's fall. It's just like, we are getting through this and finding things to still, look forward to. So, it should be a good one.
So did you want to start off, Sadie, maybe talking about your goals, how like your goals were in September and what you are planning for in October?
Yeah, definitely. So I don't think we set goals on the podcast for September, but I set some for myself just like in my journal. And I realized though that I didn't set goals really for August. And I feel like ever since August, I've been on like, this is going to be like dark for a second, but but I promise I'll turn it around. But I feel like I've just been kind of like, my mental health has been declining like week over week ever since August. And when I think back on it, like, yes, I did set goals for September, but there were some things that I always do that I stopped doing throughout the month. So last week I just kind of had like this big breakdown where I was just like, I don't know, having this identity crisis where I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, who even am I anymore? Maybe the pandemic has like impacted me more than I thought it impacted me. Like, I'm just so tired of being alone in my apartment all the time. Like, I was feeling very isolated and just, I don't know, it wasn't a good vibe, but I feel like it's been kind of weeks or months in the making, and then I just kind of hit a low point. So for October, my goals are really to turn things around and, like I said, pick things up that I've stopped doing the past few weeks for literally no reason at all. So something as simple as, like, you guys know how much I love my agenda and how I like write down everything. And in last week's episode, we were talking about like creating small tasks and like planning those out to just, you know, give me something to do, give me some purpose in my day-to-day. So I just need to like bring back using my agenda and like working out more and just little things like that. So October is all about getting my life back on track. And I think I'm like day 7 of turning my life around after I hit my breakdown. So far we're doing good, and we're going to continue that into October. So now for the actual goals. Basically, I just want to keep myself busy and get out and about to kind of help me turn things around and to get into a better headspace. So number 1 on my list is to sign up for another fitness program with Hello Sarah. She was a guest on our podcast in April, like months ago. And after we talked with her, I signed up for one of her programs through the summer. It was just a 4-week program, and I really, really liked it. But then the summer got busy, and then September was super expensive, where I've just been pushing it off. But I feel like I need to start prioritizing fitness again, and working with Sarah was the most focused and like dedicated to my health and wellness I've like been all year. So I think I'm going to sign up for another 4-week or maybe an 8-week program with her just to get through October, November, keep me just like positive as, you know, it gets darker and colder outside. And also working with her encouraged me to use a habit tracker last time. So I want to bring that back just to make sure, you know, I'm drinking enough water in a day and just doing what I can to help myself stay in a positive headspace.
I love that.
Yeah. And then the other goal I have is to explore more and to get out and about. So we're actually going to be starting the month of October in Nashville together, like Teagan and I. and it's for Tegan's bachelorette party. So that is going to be a really great, I don't know, there's just something about traveling that like gives me new perspective, you know, and just like reminds me how big the world is and how small my problems are. And I know that sounds extremely profound, but I literally feel it every time I travel. So I'm so looking forward to that, and just being like with a group of girls, you know, in a city I've never been to before. I think it'll be so fun. Also, I'm planning on going to Prince Edward County around my birthday, and then hopefully, assuming Nashville goes well and everyone stays healthy and safe, then I plan on going to spend Thanksgiving with my family. And then I'll be traveling at the end of the month again for Tegan's actual wedding. So lots of things on the agenda to keep me busy, to keep me social. I also just want to like make it a point to hang out with friends multiple times throughout the week on weeknights, just so I'm not feeling isolated, and potentially use this time to like meet new people and date, but we'll see how that goes. I feel like I always set that as a goal and nothing ever comes of it. But then, sorry, I know I've been rambling forever, but last thing that is new and exciting for October is I will actually be starting a new job. So that is new news. I start right after Thanksgiving, so still kind of a ways out, but I'm going to use it as an opportunity to just really, I don't know, reestablish my work from home routine, you know, like refocus on my at-home office setup, all of those things that we've talked about in past episodes. I think I can just kind of, I don't know, press like restart by starting a new job. So all of that is my October plan.
So exciting.
Yeah, lots going on, but I need to stay busy because I was prioritizing, you know, like rest and whatnot, and then that kind of backfired on me a little bit. So I'm like, hey, you know, we need to find a good balance, not just go one way or the other. So that is what October is for.
Love it. I kind of felt like my mental health was also just like struggling. Like I felt like I was surviving, not thriving, which is kind of like the two modes that I like operate in, where it's like, if you're surviving, like I'm getting out of bed, I'm doing my job, but like that's it. Yeah. And it always reaches a point where it's like, why am I living my life like this? Like we're recording this episode on a Thursday, and today is the first day that I've worn like actual pants. Not pajama pants, not like the loosest sweatpants in the world. Like it's like how something's going on in my life where for some reason that's the new normal, and we've got to like shake things up so that I, you know, get dressed for work. And, you know, especially like we were talking about last week, work from home's here to stay. Like as much as it's nice to maybe give yourself a break and wear comfy clothes, it's also like you can't wear pajama pants to work every single day. Because that is not good. And I find that like little things like that, like it's not huge, you know, I don't know, meltdowns for me. It's like little things slipping like that. Yeah. And so, you know, I kind of had the same realization this week where I was like, my house is a mess. My like bedroom's a mess. I haven't worn actual pants. Like I haven't been drinking water. Like what is going on? And so I feel like I'm very much in the same boat where I want to like prioritize getting back to a place where I feel like I'm thriving in life and prioritizing the right things, I guess.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my big goals is to tidy up my house, which I started on today, which was good because it was like a situation of my kitchen, like every counter space is just filled with things. I've been getting a lot of like wedding gifts. I had my bridal shower, and it's like, okay, take the time to figure out where these things go, put in a load of dishes, and like little things like that, you feel so much better. So I just want to keep that going. I want to kind of do a bigger purge of some items because I live in a somewhat small house, and I know that there are people out there who would appreciate some of the things I have so much more than me. So that's something I really want to do, especially with like my kitchen and my closet, like areas that I feel like it's really easy to accumulate lots of stuff. I want to kind of do a tidy. I also want to work out more.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking maybe I should also do a fitness program with Sarah, because I've been kind of playing with the idea, and then the gyms opened up around us.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh no, I'll just go to a gym because it's, you know, $35 a month or whatever. But now it's been 2 months and I haven't been to the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm like, girl, that's obviously not working for you.
Yeah. I think what's so great about working with like a trainer is like you can do their programs at the gym. So like if going to the gym is where you work out best, but you're not going because you don't know what to do once you get there, or you know, whatever, it's like working with a trainer kind of like removes that. Or like me, I don't go to the gym, and like the idea of going to a gym makes it less likely that I'll actually like get out to work out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So working with a trainer, like I can just do that at home as well. Like everything's just kind of virtual. So it's really up to you. But I find having that trainer, that like accountability partner who is like, you know, somebody you can just be like, oh my God, my legs hurt so bad today. And like Sarah's like, that's a good thing. Like she gets so hyped, and she's just like, you know, she can relate, and like, I don't know, it's just somebody to like get you so hyped up about fitness. Like it really, really helped me. So I 10 out of 10 recommend it for anybody.
Yeah, I think I might do it because it's like I have a month before my wedding, like a little month to jumpstart myself and get myself in a routine.
Yeah. I feel like for me, just while we're talking about this, I think when I did it in July, I did 5 days a week for 4 weeks, like 5 workout days. And it was great. It was like pretty intense though. And I feel like I saw really great results, and like even stepping on the scale, like I wasn't really doing it to lose weight. I just wanted to kind of put in the work because again, like mentally I wasn't doing so well, and just like my perception of my body image and everything was just kind of like on a downward spiral. And I feel like overall, like I did look at my body like a lot more positively after doing that program, and like there were like noticeable differences, but I was like, I said 5 days a week, like pretty intense training, and then also really watching what I was eating. But this time I feel like that program was great, but I didn't really continue doing 5 days a week fitness after it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking this time maybe I do like 3 days a week, and like even if I don't see those same results, maybe I do an 8-week program and then try to get it to be like the start of like a lifestyle change, which I feel is like how people talk about fitness now, but I think that really is the key. So that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. You can really customize it to be like whatever you want, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like I spend so much time sitting, and I'm like losing all motivation for like everything in my life.
Yeah.
So then it's like, if this is something that, you know, kind of has the motivation built in because there's someone there keeping you accountable, it could be something good. And my last goal is to sort of come up with a routine that actually works for me. Yeah. And so this could be a good tool to be like a part of that routine, I guess.
Totally. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah. I loved Sarah, and I don't know if she listens to our podcast, but I think she knows I'm her number one fan. Like, she also just started making YouTube videos, so you guys should also check those out. Like, she's just like such like a nice, genuine person, which I'm sure you gathered if you listened to our episode with her. But just like watching her like kill it in the gym, or like kill it with her like at home recipes that she makes, like it inspires me to do better. That's just watching her video, never mind having like direct messages with her every day while she's your trainer. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it is good. And I feel like I've had this conversation with a few of my friends over the past few months, is how important moving your body is for your mental health. And it's kind of like you were saying about like wearing pajamas instead of pants. Like you don't notice those little things like negatively contributing to your mental health on the day to day, but just like long term, if you like continuously put off working out or continuously put on pajamas instead of real clothes, all of a sudden you're going to wind up kind of in a slump, be like, I don't know what's wrong. And then as soon as you put on your jeans or as soon as you move your body, you just feel so much better. Like, oh, this is what I've been missing the past few weeks, you know? So it's so important to move your body, and it really does make like a drastic difference, like as soon as you start working out again.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is knowing that this is how I feel when we still have like warm weather, we're still having long sunny days. Like it's not going to get better with like shorter days, and it gets cold and it starts snowing. So then it's like, that's what happens. The world keeps spinning, but you just have to have a plan kind of in place to, you know, stay motivated and stay cheery.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my plan.
I think that's a great plan. I'm with you on this. We're going to get through this together. Yeah. And speaking of things to keep us cheery, I think we can go into some of our bucket list items, some exciting things we're looking forward to this season. Do you want to kick us off, Tag?
Sure. So, like Sadie said, the number one thing that I'm most excited for, and that's happening right at the beginning of October, is we're going to Nashville for my bachelorette.
Yay!
Which has been such a long time coming. Like, I couldn't even tell you. There was one time where we were at a party and I mentioned it before I was engaged to Sadie, that when I get engaged, I'm having my bachelorette in Nashville. And she wrote it in her note or something.
I did. I'm going to see if I have it still and like what the date was on that, because that was such a long time ago.
I feel like my guess would be maybe like December 2018.
Yeah, it must have been. I don't think I have it because I think I turned it into your actual bachelorette note, which is like, you last edited this like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I think it was my Christmas party of 2018. And then I knew you were getting engaged in January of 2019. Then you got engaged May 2019. Yeah.
Yes, because I remember on the subway ride home from your place, I said to Tyrell, like, oh my gosh, Sadie wrote down a note. I can't wait until we get engaged. And Tyrell was like, well, I'm not proposing to you. And then I like burst into tears on the subway. This must have been like, I don't even know how late the subway goes, but it must have been like the last one. And he was like, I was joking, you psycho, relax.
And then that's what lit the fire under his butt to propose. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's going to be so fun. Have you been to a bachelorette party before, Tag?
Yes, I've been to one that was like a night out on the town. Like we just went to like a local club and got a hotel.
Yeah, that's nice still. This will be my first like bachelorette. Like I've been to weddings, you know, I was a maid of honor for one of my other friends who got married a few years ago, but we didn't do the bachelorette thing. Like we did a bridal shower. So like, okay, great. But this is my first time and I'm very excited. And the fact it's like a destination just makes it so much more exciting, especially like since we haven't traveled in so long, you know?
Yeah. And Nashville is just like such a fun place. Like it's like the perfect weekend destination. Like it's very close to us. It's like almost the same flight time, I think, is going to like New York City. So it's just perfect for like a short little fun trip.
Yeah. And like we're big live music fans. So that is the draw. And I'm just so excited. I think it'll be so great. I'm also a huge karaoke fan, so I'm in.
There's also a lot of that.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, that's on my bucket list as well.
Yeah. Another thing that was on my list, which I'm pretty sure was on my summer list, is to host a dinner party. And I definitely did not do this in the summer because it still felt like weird with COVID. Yeah. So I did host, which I'm kind of counting as like a half check off that bucket list. I hosted people, but in the backyard.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like a different vibe, but I do want to have just like a traditional classic dinner party at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, you guys had like some barbecues. Like I know
Yeah.
I was there for one. So yeah, different vibe. It's like, yeah, backyard barbecue where you're like, no, I want a dinner party. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. And I hope I get the invite for the dinner party because
Mm-hmm.
I am
Definitely.
there, right? I have some like things to like make this fall, like on my bucket list. So number one is to make mulled wine or mulled cider. This is something I feel like my mom and I started doing maybe last Thanksgiving or 2 Thanksgiving ago. We went on like a hunt through her entire town looking for cider. And then it was like sold out in every store, but we finally found some in like the most random store. I don't even remember where we were. And then I have mulling spices, so we did that. And then I want that to be like a new tradition. And then just like mulled wine, I think would be really nice as well. So I can bring that to your dinner party.
Great.
Yeah. I also really want to bake like pumpkin cookies or a pumpkin bread or muffins or something like that. Like I like to bake and like I'm fairly good at baking. Not so much on the cookies side of things, but like I just got like a bread pan, so I feel like I could do that. But I feel like some good, festive pumpkin treats would be really good. So, and it's just again something to do and like give me purpose like on a weekend or something. So I can also bring that to your dinner party.
Great.
I'll bring
You
the
can be the
dessert and the
caterer.
drinks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I also had on my list to bake something. I'm not a huge baker. I'm not a cook, period,
Yeah.
let alone baker, which I feel like is extra. But I feel like if I make it my goal, like that I'm going to bake something, I will do it. So that's definitely something I want to do. I did just get a waffle maker, so I'd love to make
Yes.
waffles. And yeah, just
Yeah.
classic like baking things, cookies and bread. Yeah.
I don't know if like probably if you guys follow me on like my personal Instagram, you've seen me use pumpkin pie spice in literally everything because I've been obsessed with it since like last fall. I think I kind of discovered it. But anyway, it's just like the spice, so not actual like pumpkin, but Tag, you could throw that in like your waffle mix or something. I think that would be like really good. Or just like anything. Like I put it in my oatmeal in the mornings and it's just like so yummy. Little maple syrup, and it's just like all of a sudden your everyday oatmeal is on the fall bucket list.
Yes,
Love it.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. The next thing on my list is to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of marriage.
Yeah.
Which is the 10th of October. And will be very exciting. It's the year of paper.
Okay.
So I got a good paper gift for Tyrell.
Interesting.
And yeah, that's like the hardest category.
Yeah, I don't even
Like
know
that's
what a
garbage.
paper gift. Yeah. I mean, I'm a big stationery person. There's like I don't know what a year of paper really means.
Yeah, and you want it to be something that like they keep. Like
yeah.
I don't know. But I think I got a good gift.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I can tell you. I'm trying.
Is Tyrell around?
I don't think he's here. No, I think he's outside. I got him a poster from his very favorite band, their last ever concert. This is like a one-of-a-kind poster that the promoter had in his office. And then this is the craziest story, but the promoter's office was bombed because he was Jewish and it was bombed by neo-Nazis. And you can see like some of the fire damage on the poster. So it's like a whole story and very authentic. And it cost me $1 billion, but
oh my gosh. Well, I think you nailed the year of paper. Like, that is way better than anything I could have thought of. Like I was like, do you give him a gratitude journal? Like I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think it'll be good. I'll have to report back on what he got me.
Yeah.
as paper.
Interesting.
But I think, I don't know, I'm going to look right now. So the modern gift theme is clocks.
What?
Yeah, so you can get paper or clocks.
Wow.
So, not great.
Interesting.
I tried to make it work. We'll see how Tyrell did.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing, but
yeah, each year has a theme. And so there's like the traditional and the modern. So like year 2, cotton.
Okay.
Or China is the modern. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, okay. Every October, you can report back.
Yeah.
Tell us what year it is, what you're doing, but that's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't have any anniversaries, but I have my birthday in October, which I don't think this would surprise anybody that I'm someone who loves my birthday and likes to organize something for it. Last year it was just like a park thing because of COVID, obviously, and I feel like this year too won't be like anything amazing. Like the years before, I feel like I was traveling. Like Teagan and I went to New York, and I woke up in New York on my birthday one year. Like that's the kind of birthday person I am. But this year I'm thinking of going to Prince Edward County for that weekend, doing a little wine tasting and just kind of like, I don't know, exploring there because I know it's really pretty and lots of nice shops, but I've never been. So that is on the bucket list. And it was on my summer bucket list, but I never made it there in the summer. So bump that to the fall.
Yeah.
I think, Tag, on your summer bucket list, you had to rewatch the Harry Potter movies.
Yes, and I did that.
You did? Okay, that's like a fall thing for me, so I put it on my fall bucket list. I feel like usually it starts around kind of Halloween-y time until Christmas. I try to watch them, so that is also on my list.
Classic. Yeah, we rewatch them every year. So now it's at the point where we can recite the movies word for word.
Yeah. I feel like I try to do that, rewatch every year. But then I stop on probably the 6th movie. So I've seen the first 5 probably a million times. And then the last few, I'm like, wait, I don't remember this happening. And I'm like, oh yeah, this seems kind of familiar. But it's not I don't know them near as well as the first ones because every year I try to rewatch the whole series and just end after the first 4 or 5. But this year I want to do them all.
Yeah, I feel like 7 Part 1 has very good cozy vibes. I love all their costumes in it. They're all, because they're camping that whole movie. Yeah. So they're all in cozy sweaters and jackets and it's good.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, I want to watch a bunch of scary movies. I, like a good film student, do that every single year. But now I have my brother, and so I'm showing him all these the best horror movies ever made that he's never seen before. So it's always fun to watch a good movie with someone who's never seen it. So I have a couple that I'm I have to show him these movies. Yeah, so that's definitely so nice. We're going to do that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, you can tell that I'm not a film student because the other thing on my list to watch is Halloween Town. You're I'm going to watch all these really great horror movies that are just so well done. I'm I'm going to take it back to 1999. Actually, probably even before 1999.
Yeah, I have no
idea. And watch Halloween Town. Literally watch them all every single year. I love Halloween Town. I feel I don't know if it was maybe one of my sisters and I were having this conversation or a friend, but they tried to watch Halloween Town with their boyfriend. I feel like it was my sister. And she was her boyfriend just hated it. And I was yeah, I think you need to have the, what's
nostalgia.
The word? Yeah, this nostalgia for it because I remember watching it as a kid. So I love watching it again now, even though it's definitely a kid show, but the best. They're all on Disney Plus, so I'm definitely going to watch them. Yeah.
I was never that into Halloween Town. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe my brothers were too young, so I missed out on that. Even Hocus Pocus I saw once as a child and that was
Yeah.
it, but I definitely have my like guilty pleasures of like there was a Disney Channel original of The Tower of Terror, which I watched in university with some of my friends, and it might be the worst movie ever made, but I love it.
Yeah.
Same with like I watched the Haunted Mansion Disney movie, which is awful, but so good.
Right? Yeah.
Can't be beat.
Yeah. Oh man, so good. I love that. Another thing, like, I know we're kind of like over the whole like making and eating thing, but another thing I want to make, especially for like movie marathon nights, is apple chips. Like, I like apple chips like from the store, but I've never tried to make
Yeah.
my own. But I was just looking, like, I just saw them on Pinterest like last night, I think, and I was like, hey, these look pretty easy to make. So I want to give that a try. I feel like that would be
Nice.
a good fall snack.
Yeah, definitely. I sort of similarly, sort of different. I want to carve pumpkins.
Yeah.
We carved pumpkins last year on Halloween. Myself,
That's
Tyrell,
fun.
and our friend Taylor.
Yeah.
And it was just, so fun. It's a good just like early morning weekend activity, like
Yeah.
carve a pumpkin. And then it like sits on your little stoop and you look so keen. That's what I love. I have a huge porch and I just want to cover it in pumpkins, even though that's not financially feasible, but that's the dream.
Yeah.
And so carving a pumpkin's the first step towards achieving my dream.
Yeah. I love that. I don't know the last time I carved a pumpkin. I think you invited me over last year to carve pumpkins,
Yeah.
but I think I came after,
Yes, I think so.
right? I didn't carve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't usually carve pumpkins, mainly because I don't have a spot to put it. Like, I could put it on my front steps, but like my house is just like, no, I don't have like a cute porch. However,
Yeah.
I go hard with the like interior, like
Mhm.
home decor, seasonal fall stuff. So I'll probably pull that out. Sometimes I do it in September, but it'll probably wait until after we get back from Nashville. I'll
Yeah.
pull that stuff out. I just have like, usually I'll pick up like gourds from the grocery store or something, but I have like potpourri things that have like pine cones in them and like,
Right.
stuff from like Michael's and whatnot that I bring out every year. So definitely need to pull that stuff out. And also, I haven't bought sunflowers yet this year. I feel like that's sunflower season is like right now. So I should probably get on that. But I love sunflowers. So I'll add that into my home decor as well.
Yeah, I see all of my neighbors, their sunflowers are like so top heavy right now because they're
Yeah.
just like ripe. I don't know if that's the right word. Like the
Yeah.
sunflower seeds are super heavy. So
Yeah.
now is the time.
Yeah. And I think the last thing on my list, and this is something that I just thought of like right when we were getting ready to record this, but is to do a weekly gratitude journal. So I was using the 5-minute journal for a while, but I always go through like spurts with it where I use it every day and then don't use it for a couple months kind of thing. So I've fallen off using it every day, but usually, or if you guys aren't familiar with it, you write down, I think it's like 3 things you're grateful for every morning and then 3 things, I forget actually what it is, 3 things that would make your day a good day or something like that. But that's a daily exercise and I can't commit to that. So I think just like, especially in like the whole like spirit of Thanksgiving and just like the seasonal, my favorite season and whatever, I just think it's a great time to reflect on everything that I have going on in my life, also to help me with like my positive mindset. So doing a weekly gratitude journal on like Sunday nights before I start a new week, I feel like that is on my bucket list as well. All right, guys, so that is our fall bucket list. We hope this gave you guys some ideas for things to do throughout, the fall season to just get you hyped and living your best life and just, have something to look forward to keep your mental health positive, like we expressed is the goal for us. So we put out a new episode every single Tuesday. in between episodes, you can find us on social media. We are at Our Golden 20s on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest. I don't know if I just said Pinterest. Also have Spotify playlists, and we are on Patreon. So that is the best way to support the podcast. You get exclusive content as well as access to all of our episodes early. And I'm going to stop rambling now. We will see you guys next Tuesday.